Welcome back, everybody, to the Honey Jam podcast. Woo-hoo-hoo! We are your co-hosts, Janice
and Jessica.
Woo-hoo! Jess, do you want to introduce our guest for today?
Which episode are we on? Episode 16. Mm-hmm. Dang, already, guys. We are on episode 16, and we have shouted this friend out many, many times in our previous episodes.
Probably the most shout out.
Yes.
To
yeah.
friend.
Because I feel like every kind of like fun story, every fun experience that we've had, Kristine is always kind of like there or like the catalyst for it, you know?
Yeah.
She is like my first adult work friend, kind of. And she was the defender for me. And yeah, she is, I would say, an influencer, right?
She is.
She is an influencer. Yeah. On Instagram, on TikTok. She has quite a following. And she is currently employed at
Dick Clark Productions.
Wow. And this is like a recent, we'll get into it. But anyways, without further ado,
Kristine Kwak.
At Kristine.
That's right. She's the only one who has the handle at Kristine on Instagram. Welcome, Kristine.
Thank you.
Kristine, how do you feel? Do you even listen to our podcast?
I listen every week.
Wow.
I didn't finish Josh's episode or David's episode, but I watched all of them at once.
Very good.
Wow.
Jess, you mentioned
Kristine
is one of your first adult friends.
Yes.
Can we talk about we'll talk about how we met Kristine for the first time.
Yeah.
Because you and I met Kristine at the same time.
First impressions. Let's do first impressions.
Yes,
how about that?
I love that because I have a very strong first impression of Kristine.
Okay. You know, actually, I do not remember. Clearly, I just remember I think just like the first impression that I had of Kristine when I didn't really know her was, dang, this girl's smart. She was like a marketing associate me as well, but like she did everything. She did like graphic design.
She came up with the catchphrase for a very huge event.
Yes,
that they still use.
They still use.
Yeah. So she was like a very vital part of that company, and yeah, that was my first impression. Yeah.
From day one, we knew she was smart.
Yeah, from day one. How about you?
I remember our desks were very close to each other, right? We were interns. And this kind of is related to what Jess was saying about like Kristine being very smart. But my first impression was, even though we were, similar age, same class, I wasn't like friends with Kristine right away. Because we were in completely different teams. And I just knew she had her boss was sitting in front of her and my boss was sitting in front of me. And I just remember one time, like, her boss and Kristine, like, they got into a huge argument.
It was not a huge argument.
Oh, it sounded very serious and intense. And then the thing is, Kristine was not backing down. And we were just like mere interns at the time, And so I was like, damn. Because for me, I was deathly afraid of my boss. And so it was like seeing the complete opposite. I was like, damn, she's badass. Yeah. So that was my first impression of Kristine. And then eventually we all became friends at the company. But you remember that conversation, right, Kristine, with your old boss?
I don't remember that conversation, but you bring up this story so many times. It must have happened.
It was very impactful.
I think there were multiple times, though.
Oh.
So I don't know which.
It happened too many times.
Yeah.
You don't know which one it was, which fight it was.
Yeah. I wouldn't even call them fights, though. Like minor disagreements.
Yeah. I don't know if it was minor though. I was like, damn. I remember she would get really upset and she would storm out with my boss and they would get coffee together.
Yeah, they would do that.
No, but that's the thing about Kristine. It's like if she thinks it's wrong.
Yeah.
If it is wrong.
If it is wrong. And she's always right. I will say Kristine is always right.
That's true.
She will not back down. She will push back.
Yeah.
And I feel like that is needed to be a girl boss.
Yes, for sure.
For us, we were just like, okay, and did everything that we were told to.
Yeah.
Like no pushback.
That's so true.
And that's why we don't get far.
And Kristine is a boss.
Yeah, she's a boss.
Boss lady.
She's a boss lady. Do you remember your first impressions?
Oh, yeah.
No, not at all.
Okay, all right, go ahead.
I remember, though, you guys were friends already. And I was like, how can I talk to them? Because Jess was sitting on the complete opposite side.
Yeah.
So I never really, I didn't even know she existed. But then I would see like you guys getting lunch and stuff. And I was like, oh. Yeah, but I don't remember much other than that.
And then eventually you guys were you guys in the same team?
We were on the same team, same role. Yeah.
and then I was on my own island.
You were.
Yeah, and
Yes.
like you guys would get lunch every single day.
And we invited you every single day.
Yeah, for like 2 hours.
Yes.
And again, I was a scared intern, so.
You were employed.
Oh, were they employed at the time? Yes. Oh, we were all full-time employees at the
Yeah,
time.
we were all employed.
Yeah.
You were just on a separate team. Kristine and I were on the same team.
Yeah. And you guys had many adventures together.
We did have many adventures.
Like
At
we
that
would go
time.
to like Sugarfish.
Yeah, one time we went 3 days a week.
Wow.
And like, okay, I think I can like reveal how much we were getting.
Uh-huh.
Kristine, do you remember? 32.5.
Oh, 32.5.
I remember
맞아.
32.
Yeah.
But I remember with overtime, it was like 38.
Oh,
which is
wow.
Yeah.
of overtime.
Yeah.
Not
That's
a lot.
But
crazy.
isn't that kind of crazy that like we were just living off of 32.5?
Yeah.
That
That
is
is crazy.
And then we're getting like Sugarfish like 3 times. We're using our yearly salary
Like
on
you have to
Sugarfish.
sit there for 2 hours to eat your fish.
That's when we were living in K-Town, and like literally we were living paycheck to paycheck.
Yeah.
Like the whole paycheck went to rent, and then you guys like eating out lunch every single
Starbucks
day.
in the morning.
Oh yes. Coffee every morning, Sugarfish or like
설렁탕.
설렁탕.
Oh, shabuya.
shabuya.
Oh.
And shabuya is like very involved. Like you
Yeah. It's not just like a place where you stop in, drop by for lunch, and come out.
it's like in LA, so it's like always packed and we gotta find parking. Like it's a very involved process getting lunch.
Yeah.
Lunch was the highlight of
Wait.
the day. For
Yeah.
Wait,
sure.
Kristine, you have to talk about the time we went to see DJ Khaled.
There's a time when DJ Khaled was all over Snapchat. and
Like
he
super
would,
popular.
What was it called? It was like a thing that he would do. It
Uh-huh.
was like a franchise almost, where he would call it this thing and be like, "Oh, I'm gonna be at this place." And then I was like, "Oh, that's in Culver City. Should we go?"
Like
So
during
we-
work
During work, we just packed up.
to go see DJ Khaled.
Yeah, we found parking, and then we saw him, and there was like a huge crowd, and we took a Snapchat
Oh,
with
wow.
him.
And that's when you were obsessed with DJ Khaled.
We both
It was
were.
like the DJ Khaled craze.
Oh.
Yeah.
I remember that day.
Kristine
I
was
forget
like
what it was
always in the
called.
know. Like she knew what was trending,
Yeah.
and she would always share with me.
Yeah.
So I would get obsessed with her. You know what I
I
mean?
do that really well. I
Yeah,
think.
yeah. She influences others. She's an influencer.
It's true.
Yeah. So like whatever she's like, Jess, this is so funny. Watch this.
Yeah.
And like we would like watch stupid vines and reenact stupid vines all day.
Uh-huh.
Again at work. We would just show me the money impressions.
You would do that.
I would do
direct.
that. No, but then
And I would make the
Kristine
content
would
around
direct me.
Yeah.
She'd be like, you have to do this, wear that.
I would like print the name tag. It was very involved.
Wow, you guys had so many fun memories. Well, I mean, like to be fair, like as interns, you don't have that much work to do.
I had a lot of work to do.
Well, because Kristine's so talented,
Uh-huh.
everyone gave her the work, and
Yeah.
then I would just kind of be like off to the side, being like, Kristine, what do you need help on? Yeah.
Well, at least you guys had each other to like, mess around
Mm-hmm.
like together, like have fun. I was just on my own, just clicking on my mouse, doing nothing, looking into
Pretending to work.
pretending to work.
So honestly, Kristine and I, we would again like always invite Janice to come out to lunch with us,
Mm-hmm.
and she'd be like, sometimes she'd join us,
I feel
but
like
then
only like maybe 3 times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Total.
even when I
Yeah.
went,
Like I don't remember you coming.
yes,
Ever.
yeah. But then most of the time she'd be like, oh no, you guys go,
Yeah,
you
just
guys
go, just
And
go
then
without
she was
me.
facing away from the front desk. So I
Yes.
was always like turning around.
Kaka, it's okay.
yeah, go, it's okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
I really wish I joined you guys though,
And I would purposely be like, Janice, let's go.
Oh,
Yes.
in front of my boss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that she would be like, oh, 가라고.
Even when I went, I would be so anxious throughout the whole lunch. Like, oh shoot, I can't like go above like an hour.
Yeah.
But were you guys not scared of your boss at the time?
I don't think I was scared of her.
Oh,
I 눈치 봐
Uh-huh.
for sure.
We would 눈치 봐, but
Mm.
I wouldn't say we were scared of her.
Yeah, she was actually trying to get on our good side. Like she was trying to gain our trust.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, she didn't try to be scary or anything.
Oh,
Yeah,
I see.
because I think she was pretty new to the role that year too, right? She was like stepping
Oh.
into
Yeah,
that
yeah,
role.
yeah.
But then I have a funny story about that actually. Kristine and I, we had our woes as interns.
Yep.
And just during work, you sometimes get into a tiff with your boss, and like we have some kind of like 불만s. We don't like certain things about our boss, so naturally we would go to the bathroom and like kind of like girl talk and be like, dude, I don't understand why like she's doing that. Like why is she making us do this? Why is she making us do that? Like I don't understand. And we're complaining.
Yeah.
Like, all right, let's get back to work. And then I think like a few hours later, our boss comes comes up to us. What did she say, Kristine?
I don't really remember, but I remember her saying that someone else told her that they heard us talking about her.
Like her boss.
Yeah.
Her boss told her. She booked a conference room. She called Kristine and me over.
Oh shoot.
And it was the three of us. Really?
Yeah.
Wow. It was scarring to me because I was like shaking in my boots, you know? And it was the three of us in the conference room. And she's like, my boss told me that you guys were talking crap about me in the bathroom.
I remember her saying, you can talk bad about me, but don't do it at work.
Yes.
Something like that.
Don't get caught.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
Something like that.
Kristine, I just remember during that time, she was like, again, like not backing off. You know? She was like, I don't remember. I don't know what you're saying.
Because I really don't remember.
And I was just like, Kristine,
Just say sorry.
Like,
please just say sorry.
Kristine's like, well, I don't. That bump on them. I'm just like, oh God.
Oh, but I really didn't say anything.
Yes.
억울하잖아.
Okay, see, that's the thing about Kristine. Like for me, I'm just like, I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
You're upset. I'm sorry. You know, like, and which is kind of a stupid thing to do. You know, I don't like fight for myself. That's why I call her my defender because even when I didn't do anything wrong, just in life, if Kristine thinks I'm being wronged, she will stand up for me.
Yes.
She will fight for me and she will tell me to stand up and I'll
She's
be
a
like,
loyal
no. Leave me alone, Kristine.
So do we want to talk about like some crazy things that happened at the company?
Again?
Crazy incident I'm thinking about is someone on a team, a head person, like a very high up person. He got fired for watching intense porn in the office.
Was it YouTube?
I don't think it was YouTube because
No, because wasn't there like a
there was a
history?
How did he
history.
get caught?
Someone was looking through the history of the like shared account or something like that, and then the only other person who had access to whatever account it was that boss. And then so he got caught once, and then he said sorry, I won't do it again, it won't happen. And then he got caught the second time, and then he got fired. And he was like the next day he didn't come into work. And like I didn't find out about this until way later.
What are some other crazy stuff?
There are some crazy stories.
Like I
don't
think like
remember any
there
of
were
these
two
crazy
people
stories.
who were like married separately, and then did Kristine see them?
No, I didn't see this, and I also am like skeptical if it's real.
Oh,
I didn't
wait,
see
who
it.
saw this? This person said she saw like one employee making out with another employee in the
What a
parking
mess.
lot.
In the parking lot.
And they're both like, she was freshly married.
Yeah.
And he was married with kids. Yeah.
And they're macking out in the parking lot.
Yeah. Can you just talk about the she who shall not be named?
You have to call everybody Nim.
Uh-huh.
So like Janice Nim, Jessica Nim. And then I don't remember why that joke came up, but our gears are always turning.
Yeah.
And we were like, oh, if Voldemort were to work here, what would he be called?
Yeah.
Not Voldemort Nim. It would be he who shall not be
Named.
Genius.
And I thought it was the funniest
It's
joke.
so
I
funny.
distinctly remember us going to every table and being like, do you want to hear a really funny joke? And like not even being able to get my words out because it was so funny.
It's funny because we still kind of do that. You know what I mean? Like even today, Kristine was like, she texted our group. She's like, Jess, we didn't clean our house, so don't judge me, okay? And then Janice texted, I smell, so don't judge me, okay? And I said, I'm ugly, so don't judge me, okay? So we just kind of troll each other like that. We like, feed off of Kristine's troll energy. And it's funny because I think that's how we got close. Like our humor code like very much matched together.
Yeah.
Vine was a thing. Like when, before TikTok, it was Vine.
Yeah.
There were like viral Vines where we would like reenact them. And one of the ones like I have like a good memory of is it's like it Chubbs.
What is that?
It's like a little dog and he's trying to guard his little ball.
Oh yeah.
And then the owner's like, Chubbs is here. Chubbs is here. He's like, ah, ah, ah. And he's like making like a weird noise. And then for some stupid reason, we wanted to reenact that Vine. So I was Chubbs with the little ball, and we had the same like red ball or whatever. And then Kristine was the owner filming it. And it's so funny because Kristine, she's so talented. She does impressions of people really well because like she's talented like that.
Yeah.
So even like that Vine, even though it's so stupid, she sounds exactly like the owner. And for some reason, for me too, I was like in my role, and I sound exactly like Chubbs, the French bulldog or the bull terrier or whatever that dog was. I'm like, So I think you have that video.
I do have
We'll
it.
post that. Should we talk about
funny.
kind of like Kristine's role now?
Yeah.
And just like the cool things
Yeah.
that she always does.
Because we started off with marketing.
Yeah.
Jess went off to SLP,
Speech.
language pathology. I kind of stayed in marketing, but not in entertainment. And Kristine stayed her path, stood her ground, and stayed in entertainment.
Paved the way.
Paved the
Idiot.
way. Paved the way into entertainment.
Yes.
And now she is doing some big, important work.
Yeah.
Kristine, do you want to talk about what you do now? Your role, your
My
position.
main role is like audience growth and digital strategy
Oh.
for DCP, which is Dick Clark Productions. I feel nervous.
That's awesome.
So there's like live events like the American Music Awards,
Ooh.
the BBMAs, the Golden Globes. So I'm working on that now. And it's like a newer
Wow.
role for me.
What did you do before that, though?
Before that, I did audience development for PMC and all the different publications.
Which
like
include?
Rolling Stone, Billboard, etc.
Dang.
Variety.
Rolling Stone,
Yes.
Variety.
Yes. Yeah.
Too crazy for
Yeah,
us.
it's crazy. So you've met many celebrities,
I have.
interviewed a lot of them,
Yes.
not only just met them.
Every time like someone is a fan
Mm-hmm.
of like a K-pop group or like an artist, I always charang해 about
Yeah.
Kristine. I always brag about Kristine.
Yeah.
Oh, my friend interviewed them recently.
Are they like, oh, cool?
No, they're like, dude, what? That's
Really?
crazy.
So she facilitates a lot of these interviews with like K-pop, not only K-pop artists, but mainly K-pop artists, right?
Yeah.
And obviously K-pop fans are very intense.
Yeah.
You know, and they're very passionate about their biases. Like every interview that Kristine does, people like tweet like, who is Kristine? This interview is perfect. She understood the assignment. She interviewed BTS. I remember for the J-Hope interview, all the ARMY fans, they were so happy with the work.
Talk about your recent interview that you had. Because I
Yeah.
feel like it's been your recent obsession
With
Kristine.
Enhypen?
Yes.
So you met in Hypen.
I met them at their concert last year. And at that point, I didn't really know them that well. Like, I knew a couple of songs, but I didn't know all their names or anything. And then I think the next day we did like a photo shoot. During that day, they were like hanging out in the office and like we ate lunch in the cafeteria
Wow.
together and did all that stuff. So
Uh-huh.
I was like, oh, they're like so fun. I really like them. And I really like their team. I think that's what it comes down to. Like, they're so welcoming and so nice and friendly, and I vibe well with them.
Wow.
So that's why I started liking them.
You know, actually, I really liked Enhypen from the start.
Yeah, because we watched Island.
Yes.
I think that's what's interesting, though, is because back then I didn't watch Island.
Yeah.
I remember you doing weekly videos,
Recaps.
but I didn't even put that to get like two and two together. I didn't realize that was in
Yeah,
Hypen.
dude. We were like
And now
obsessed
none of
with
you
them.
guys like them.
Well,
No, I like them.
I mean, yeah, but not as like I don't keep up with them.
Yeah.
But at that time, I was so obsessed with them. I was like, dude, when they come to America, I'm totally gonna
Going
go
to their concert.
go to their concert. Like, I'm gonna go.
Yeah, and now they're huge. They're huge in the U.S.
Oh, are they? So they were part of this what is it?
Survival reality
audition
show.
Yeah, audition program,
Uh-huh,
right? It was called like Into the Island
Mm-hmm.
or something, and then they're picking a boy group out
Mm-hmm.
of these like competitors. We like knew these boys, these Enhypen boys, since their humble beginnings.
Yeah, like
And
14 years old.
Yes, and we rooted for them from the start. So like seeing them debut and like be the stars that they are now, like I feel like I've always known them.
We saw them like growing up,
Yeah.
and now they're like 18 years old, 21 years old, still young,
Yes.
but they're very famous now.
Yeah, so even seeing Kristine like interview them and so I'm like, dang, they made it, because if Kristine interviews you,
You're a big deal.
you're a big deal.
No, but really though, because like, you know, you were part of Variety, Rolling Stone, all these big companies that K-pop stars wanted to be a part of, and Kristine was the main go-to like K-pop person.
Yeah.
So that meant that they made it big.
What's like the hardest thing about like interviewing K-pop stars, you think?
I think preparing the questions because I don't want to ask things that are like basic or always asked. And then I also don't want to ask something that could be like sensitive or something like that. So you have to do a lot of research to prepare.
Yeah.
I think that's probably the
Wow.
hardest part.
I also want to know, like, do you get nervous when you do interviews with
I do
K-pop
get
stars?
nervous.
Oh. And you're doing these interviews in Korean, right?
Yeah.
That's
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
And then you basically crank out in like a article
Yeah.
in English
Yeah.
and you're translating their responses.
Yes.
That's insane.
And it's really important to do it in a very like accurate way because there are fans who are like looking forward to these articles, you know, and they're big artists. Like you interviewed New Jeans, so it's very cool. And she always goes to like cool events, like free concerts, and she always, you know, invites us when the opportunity arises. I went to a Rise concert with Kristine because I told her that I liked Anton.
And then recently, who did you
I can show you this.
For a second, I couldn't find you. We are looking at a photo that Kristine took with New. Wait, I've never seen this photo before. Actually,
I posted it to close friends before.
Wait, this is crazy. Wait, Kristine, I never saw this.
I don't remember seeing this.
Wait, literally you and New Jeans.
It looks so insane.
Well, yeah, tell us about New Jeans. How were they when you first met them?
I feel like they were what you would expect them to be. Super nice.
Yeah.
So
cute.
youthful.
Wow.
I like all of them.
They look so sweet in the photo.
Yes.
And you also interviewed twice, right? Shout out to Eric Chung. He probably doesn't listen to our podcast, but he got into twice because I introduced them.
Wow, really?
I introduced Casey and Eric to twice. I showed them alcohol free. That music video.
That's what I interviewed them for.
Yes.
Alcohol free.
Yeah, but I really, you know, that song, it wasn't like so popular. It wasn't too popular, but I really liked that song and that music video. So I showed it to them at community group because we were part of the same community
You
group.
said community goods.
Community
Like what? You went
The
with
coffee shop?
Like our church community group. And they were like, oh my gosh, what is this? And they got super into Twice after that. And then he became like a huge fan. Along with he became a once with Casey, his wife. And then at a wedding, Eric danced to
Feel Special.
Feel Special. And he's actually a really good dancer.
He's a dancer.
Yeah. So like his cock, you know, like his angles and his dance moves.
It's so impressive.
So accurate and so pretty. You know what I mean? Because he's such a big fan, I told them that my friend, you know, my really good friend Kristine, she interviewed them twice.
She interviewed twice.
And then on top of that, she interviewed Nayeon
thrice.
Yeah. So they were like, oh my gosh, are you serious? That's so cool. And they were like so like jealous. I just can't believe that you like meet people like
so casually.
Like, so
a random Tuesday.
Yes, exactly. And I still remember even recently, she's like, do you want to meet, who was it? The recent like boy group.
To us.
So we talked about Kristine's professional career, how she is a boss, queen, slaying every day at work.
Yeah.
But you know, when it comes to love, Kristine becomes a shy little doe.
A doe.
A deer. And she just doesn't know what to do.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about Kristine's crush today.
Okay. There are like differing opinions about this guy.
Yes.
Some people are like, this guy's whack, like 눈치 없어, or like he's like, no man,
he's not cute.
He's not cute. Come on, Kristine. And there's also like the opposing side, the opposing party, who's like, you know, not bad.
The opposing party is just Kristine. No one else is in the
I will
opposing
say most people start on that side and then they switch over.
Like switch over to.
I think you both said he was cute.
Oh, did I?
I have a screenshot. When I was looking for
Wait,
the screenshot
I'm still on this side where I'm like,
okay.
I
not
think
bad.
he's okay.
Oh.
Yeah. But I do go back and
like
forth.
Wemo?
Yeah, Wemo wise, I think he's okay. This is related to the story that I'm going to tell. But anyways, I'm part of this opposing party with Kristine, the minority.
Oh.
But I do jump back and forth because of just some of the 눈치 없는 things that he does.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, come on, man. Like, surely you must know. This is when I get mad. When she's like, 변우석 is not cute. When she says things like that, you know what I mean? Or like, Park Seo-joon, ew. And I'm like, excuse me.
Park Seo-joon?
Okay, Park Seo-joon has been a little bit 조금 questionable
He's
these
been
days.
on the decline.
Yes. But then, come on. Look at your
There's
crush.
Kane Chiang.
Okay, you're right. Kane
right.
Chiang.
Kristine always liked people that weren't like the most popular.
Yeah.
And so even with her crush, we're all like, huh?
Yeah. Well, okay, so when I first met him, I got to see how his
Wait, this
okay, that's too obvious. Bleep it out.
Okay, so you saw him and you saw he was.
No, you just saw him.
Okay, fine. I saw him from afar.
Yeah.
And he was.
He was.
Don't describe him too much or else it's gonna be too obvious.
You saw what he looks like.
Yeah, and
I
he
saw
had
what
a
he looks like.
particular trait that made him attractive.
He had like a few particular traits, and I was like, dude, he's not bad at all. I'm actually like, like I could see why you would be kind of interested in this guy. 되게 훈훈한데?
Yeah.
And Kristine felt so validated by that. She's like, see, I told you. And like, I like pushed her to do something that day.
Yeah.
I was like, give this to him, give it to him, or something. Like, I like pushed her, and she actually did it.
Wow.
But then before
I
leading,
think I like the thrill.
yeah, leading up to that, we were like giggling and we're like being the trolls that we were. We're like, should we do it? And we're like, I was like pep talking. We're like in the bathroom and stuff.
We're like panting like.
Wow.
And she actually did it. So, Kristine has some balls.
Yeah. She's not afraid to do it.
Yeah, and I was like, dang, girl, like respect.
So my question is then, where is this going? Like, what is the end goal? Is it just going to end with a crush? Are you going to tell him that you like him eventually?
I don't know. Everyone wants another season. So.
Are you usually the type, if you like somebody, are you the type to tell them first, or you all will wait for the person to tell you?
I don't know. I don't know.
Because for me, what happened with David, I always like to make it obvious. Or like I
feel like-
spread the word around.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
That's your yo.
I plant it in different people so that
Yeah.
different people could tell David.
It's 100%
Yeah.
success rate.
Oh wow.
No, not 100%.
It is. It's 100%. You have
Maybe I should take some notes.
like she would tell everybody, so it gets into the ear of that man.
Yeah,
Like, oh, that
eventually.
she likes me.
Yes, like, oh, did you hear that she's interested? But he'll hear it from multiple people, and then he'll get 신경 써, Be like, oh, I've been hearing that like this girl is like, into me, and like 신경 쓰이잖아.
Yeah.
So he'd be like thinking about her, and then eventually like, she'll like make her move,
Or,
and
like,
then he'll fall for her.
Even like, oh, dude, Janice said like, Janice thinks you're the best catch.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Janice thinks you're cute.
Yeah.
Cute. They never let go of a
Christine
mistake.
and Joanne.
Uh-huh.
Hey, shout out Joanne. Christine and Joanne are the two that will never let things go
Never.
for us. Yeah.
I
Mispronunciations.
remember one time I stuttered in front of you, and you made it the biggest deal.
Who?
You. And I also remember I can't roll my R's, and you thought that was so funny. Because you were like, you're good at everything, but you can't roll your R's.
That's what I'm saying. That's my thing. Like, she always makes fun of me. She always catches my mistakes. I can never do that with Christine. So I gotta take my moments when I can, you know?
for sure.
Yeah.
Wait, you can't do that.
No.
Oh.
So funny.
What?
Anyways, what were we saying? Oh, yes. So that's your tactic.
Try it. I highly recommend it.
I will say, though, I think Christine
I feel
is...
like I kind of tried already.
Yeah, I think she... Not like
Not
too
really.
obvious
Okay,
or
next time.
desperate. But I think she does things that I feel like a normal guy who's well versed
Yes.
in relationships
Yes.
and dating would pick up on. But I think this guy in particular, like, he's a little bit more on the
Dumb
obtuse
side.
side, the obtuse end.
Uh-huh.
I would say.
That's why I think your friends, like, we don't like love him because you have made an effort to make it obvious.
That's right.
That
Yeah.
you favor him above other people, but he's just like completely clueless. Or it's like, is he clueless or is he acting like he doesn't know?
Yeah.
It's almost like you can't tell because it's so ridiculously obvious the things that she does.
I personally think he doesn't know.
Wow.
I just think like, oh, he thinks like, dude, Christine's such a good friend. Maybe it's also because for us, like, we know Christine's perspective like so well that we're like, how can you not know? But maybe like in front of him, she's a lot more like, hey, like, we're homies,
Oh, like friend zone-y vibe?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. I'm always on this guy's side,
No,
man.
sometimes in my head too, though, I'm like, maybe he knows and he's pretending.
Oh.
Which is crazy.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
psychotic.
But there's no way.
Yeah, there's no way. There's no way. Christine, we're rooting for you. And as much as we sometimes do not like this guy,
Yeah.
I feel like, he's a good person at his core.
He is.
And Christine is always drawn to good people, because she's a good person.
You
Yeah.
are.
There are always good people around Christine because she's a good person.
Yes.
So I can see why she's kind of into this guy for content, whatever the reason is. We're rooting for the success of this this friendship.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait, Kristine, what's your ideal type though? I'm curious.
I think I like people who are funny.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Humor code.
Who gets your humor code?
Yeah,
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah. Funny. Yes, like I said,
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it? Just funny.
Yeah.
What if he's
funny?
Angmu? What if he's Angmu? That guy.
Yeah, Chanya.
I mean,
Chanya.
sorry,
That's
Tanya.
so mean.
Because like he's obviously like so talented, but
Yeah.
like just like wemo wise, it's hard.
I like
It's hard.
cute.
Cute
Style.
vibe.
Cute.
More than like, handsome.
Yeah. Recently, my friend sent me, whenever she sends me like TikToks of people, she likes more of like the sexy kind.
Mm-hmm.
So she'll give me a trigger warning. It's
Yeah.
a trigger warning, sexy. And then my other friend was like, that's crazy that is a trigger warning. I'm not triggered by it. It's just not my, I don't need to see that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I can see that. Like, I feel like every guy you've been into, like celebrity in general, it's like they're more cute
Yeah.
than like, you know.
Sexy, handsome. Well, shall we move on to the gang chill corner?
Yes.
Do you guys have one too?
No, it's our guests.
Oh, really?
You know, all the guests ask us that if we have one.
I mean,
As
if
an
we do, we
example.
share. We
Yeah.
share. But
No.
Okay, wait. Actually, I have something.
Oh,
not
okay.
not a kangchu.
okay.
It's more of like the hot news, the hot tea. Sorry,
Okay,
it's
okay.
completely off corner.
Uh-huh.
It's like news you should learn about.
Yeah, news you should
Uh-huh.
learn about.
Hot
Thank
tea.
you.
Hot
Yeah.
tea. Hot tea.
Did you guys hear about the drama of Blake Lively's movie?
I did.
No. Oh wait, someone mentioned that. I think Joyce mentioned that. Joyce Hong. She
Uh-huh.
recently watched it.
Oh,
And
she
said
watched
there's
it?
like bad blood between like
Yeah.
Blake
It's
Lively.
so
and
juicy.
What's
This is like
interesting though
Uh-huh.
is last night I was on TikTok and there were tons of TikToks kind of like tearing her down.
yeah.
And then today it's like flipped and it's
Really?
like tearing the guy
wait,
down.
I don't know
Justin
what's going on.
instead.
What happened?
So let me break it down for you. Okay, I audiobooked
You listened
this
to.
book. I listened to this book called "It Ends with Us." Okay,
Okay.
I listened to it because it was like highly recommended. And
When?
sorry, when I was in Spain, I was listening to it. Ultimately, it's about domestic violence.
Okay.
She falls in love with this guy. He's like hot, sexy, rich, everything she's been wanting to look for in a guy. But the thing is, like, he hits her once and he hits her twice. You know, all these things. And then in the end, she decides, she's gonna walk away from the relationship because her mother was like abused, and so that's why the book is called "It Ends with Us." Yeah, the cycle ends with us.
I see.
So they made a movie about it. The reason the book got really popular is because it's very spicy. It's a lot of like sexy scenes.
Oh.
It's funny because I remember I was listening to it. I was like, whoa, I didn't expect it, but
Yeah.
it's very like descriptive
Graphic.
and graphic.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my gosh. And I'm like listening to it while we're at the gym. Like I'm like lifting weights. I'm like, oh, whoa. Anyways, they made that into a movie.
Yeah.
And so it's doing well.
Mhm.
But then I started seeing TikToks about how Blake Lively and the main guy, right, the abuser in the movie, they have some beef because in the like red carpet premiere, there isn't a single photo or anything like of Blake and then the main character, Justin, interacting or like in any photos together. And the crazy thing is like, so the main actor, Justin, he is also the director of the movie. So there's kind of like that power struggle because Blake Lively is a producer of the movie. And so there are assumptions that she wanted to take over his role and she kind of like overstepped her boundaries. And then people are tearing down Blake Lively because it's a movie about domestic violence, but she's marketing it as if it's like a chick flick. And she's like saying she's a florist in the movie. So she's like, everyone wear your florals, come with your girlfriends. Like it's a fun, hot, sexy movie, you know, things like that. And then if you watch his interviews, he's like answering really hard questions when people ask like, oh, what do you think about like domestic or like, you know, what's the movie about? He's like very eloquent and like talks about how like this is a very serious issue and how, you know, if there's one person who can relate to the movie, then like, you know, my job is done. He's like very serious about it. And so people are like, this is how we should be talking about this movie.
Yeah.
But Blake Lively is like, she wants to be the next Margot Robbie and Barbie, you know?
Yeah.
So anyways, that's it.
Wait, but then why did it flip? How come people are like,
I
oh,
didn't see those TikToks.
So that's what I was seeing last night of like, there was like even like a screening or something. And she's like, yeah, it's a beautiful summer movie. And all the comments are like, that's not what this movie is.
Yeah.
Like, there should be a trigger warning, like all this stuff.
Yeah.
And then I guess he hired like some PR firm because a lot of people were coming after him for some reason.
And like the whole cast unfollowed just the director and actor. Yeah. And so I'm thinking like probably they sided with Blake because she's like more powerful and popular.
Jeez.
But like people are like, what happens
yeah.
in the movie?
Oh, so these
So
are
now
all
there's
assumptions.
buzz about the movie going on.
Oh, because of that.
yeah, because of that.
But these are all assumptions because they weren't together at the red carpet.
And like no one talks about, and it's so crazy. So they ask the cast like, oh, what was it like working with Justin? Because he's the director and the main lead. Like nobody answers the question. It's so weird.
Oh, they like avoid it. They talk about something.
So they interview the girl that plays his sister, right, in the movie. Obviously, they're in a lot of scenes together, probably. And they're like, "Oh, how is it working with him?" She goes, I think like it's really hard to have two jobs. Like I like writing and acting, and I tried it, but it's really hard. And I decided I really like acting. That's how she answers the question. Isn't that crazy?
That's crazy.
And then
I'll look into it.
Oh, so people kind of like brought those videos together, being like, "This is freaking weird.
Yeah,
Why are
like suspicious." And they asked Blake Lively the same question too, and she just completely avoids it.
That is so weird.
Yeah,
I'm so curious now.
It's very interesting. So right now my TikTok algorithm is the drama of that movie, and then the Australian b-boy breakdancer. The Australian breakdancer.
What's his name?
The girl.
Wizard.
The girl.
Phil Wizard.
No, the girl.
Oh, the girl. Okay. Sorry. No, it's because he's obsessed with the b-boys right now.
Aww.
Yeah, the girl. Raygun.
Raygun. So it's Raygun and
you don't know
that?
With
Us.
I haven't been.
Dude, you would love that. That's my kanchu. Watch videos of It Ends With Us drama and Raygun.
Yeah.
The Olympic.
Okay, can we talk about Raygun a little bit?
Yeah, let's do it.
But Kristine, wait, can you just show her?
Yeah.
At the Olympics, there was a b-boy competition that was held, right, for b-girl and b-boy.
Mm-hmm.
And this dancer named Raygun, she came out as a b-girl representing Australia.
Yeah.
And she's apparently like a professor of breakdancing. Like she has a PhD in the history of breakdancing or whatever, something like that. She teaches students about breakdancing. And she comes out, she's in this like green uniform. Which actually
not all in uniforms.
Yes, but her uniform looks a little like tacky.
When people see this dancing, all you can think about is like, oh, am I an Olympian? Because I could do this.
It's so ridiculous.
Did she win?
No, I don't think she even played. Like
she placed last, I think.
How many countries are there?
I don't know. That I don't know, but it was just like she became the laughing stock of like this.
in a shameful way or in like a this is funny
in a shameful way because she's representing her country and like the comments are hilarious.
Everyone's just like, dude, I mean they're like, why would you send this girl to represent your country? Like this is so ridiculous. And some people are just like trolling and laughing. At a certain point I kind of feel bad for her.
She's not like in on the joke.
She's completely serious. She's dancing.
She starts off like watching the rival countries breakdancing, and she's like yawning on the side. Like she's so confident. She's like, ah. And then she does her thing.
Are the other countries good?
Yeah,
yes.
Really good.
They're amazing.
I need to look into this.
And she does her thing, and it's like she cannot be serious.
Yeah. So like some of her moves, like people are like parodying. You know what I mean? Like
she literally does a kangaroo.
She goes. All right, Kristine, what is your gang chew?
Too much pressure.
Why? It's literally just sharing
thing.
Anything. It could be anything that you're obsessed with lately, and we know you have obsessions.
Yeah,
I do tend to obsess.
Yes. do you have obsessive personality tendencies?
Yes, for sure. For sure.
So what has been your obsession these days?
So I have two.
Okay,
and I'll share then.
There we go.
One is Enhypen.
Okay, we love that. Where do we start when we, for those of our listeners who have no idea?
So this is what I was thinking of on my drive to work today. I was like, what should I recommend for my Kangchu? Because everything is so good. I can't just pick one song. I would recommend watching Niki's Artist of the Month because that's been kind of like an ongoing joke for myself.
Nikki is one of the members.
He's very, very talented.
Is part of Enhypen.
Yeah. He did some dance for a song called Trendsetter and then Humble by Kendrick Lamar. So good. I highly recommend that.
It is a very good video.
Yeah.
I would also like to recommend Fatal Trouble.
Oh,
it's one of their newer songs.
Okay.
It's really good. But you have to watch it with the performance because the choreography is really cool.
Oh, okay. So not the music video, but
The music video is like, it's part of their like webtoon series, so
Okay.
they're not actually in the music video.
I
So
see.
you have to watch them, maybe like a dance practice video or something.
Oh, okay.
It's really cool.
Ooh.
But if you just want to like get into their music,
Mhm.
maybe start with Bite Me.
It's a good song. Do you know that song?
so
No,
good.
I don't.
You don't know Bite Me?
Mm-mm.
It's a weird title.
Yeah, that is an interesting title.
Their thing is like
That was their-
vampire, right?
Yeah, that was the first song that I was like, oh, I really like this song.
Oh.
There were some others that I also knew about, but like I really like Bite Me. It's
Why
so
why
good.
do you like that song in
It's just
particular?
a good song.
Oh, like is it like catchy?
Yeah, it's so catchy.
Uh-huh.
It's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to listen to it on my
Yeah,
way
yeah.
back.
I
I'm
actually-
gonna play for you right here before you leave. I also really like Criminal Love.
Uh-huh.
wow,
I don't
okay.
know that one.
Bite Me.
Okay, we'll watch
Criminal
that
Love.
after.
Okay.
We'll watch Nikki and then Fatal Trouble and then Bite Me. Criminal Love. I love Fever.
Uh-huh. Oh my
Drunk
gosh,
Days.
so many songs.
There's so many good songs.
Okay. But start
Apparently-
off-
Apparently they're called like 수록곡 맛집.
Oh.
So like not just the title songs.
Yeah.
The other songs are also very, very good.
Okay.
You should
Bite
listen
Me
to
is
them.
actually so good.
It's so good.
I was like, okay.
So many people text me being
Uh-huh.
like, I'm watching Bite Me.
Yeah.
I'm like, good. Like,
Uh-huh.
thank you. You should.
Oh, so it's
You
not
should
just the
watch it.
song, it's also the like dance.
I think
that's
the
really
song.
good.
I think Bite Me. It's like the song itself is just really, really good.
Okay, okay.
But yeah, a lot of people and Bills is really good.
Bills is good. Bills is good.
Bills
Wow,
is
how do
good.
you know these songs?
Well, I
Janice?
didn't know anything about Enhypen
Yeah.
until Kristine. I was like, she's
Oh.
so obsessed.
Yeah.
Like, what makes her like them so much?
Aw.
So I gave it a try.
Yeah.
I gave
Gave it a try.
I gave Bite Me and Bills a try.
Yeah.
They're actually really catchy
really
songs. I was
good.
Okay.
like listening to it in the car. I was like, damn, this is good. I was one of the
I
people.
like good music. I will say.
Oh.
Mm.
Wait, Bite Me and what?
Bills.
Bills. Like Bills.
Like Sign on Bills.
Oh, I thought it was like dollar bills.
My second kangchu I just thought of while you were talking about this TikTok thing is Corinna.
Oh, you're obsessed with her.
Corinna Fulgeri.
Uh-huh.
I love her.
Mm-hmm.
How did
I
you
was-
find her?
So I think it was like March or April. I was just scrolling through TikTok and I got one of her TikToks and she's talking about her boyfriend who she loves and how he's the best boyfriend ever, what he did for her, like how she's so happy. And I was like, this is exactly how I talk on my close friend story.
You related to her.
I related to her so much. And I look at the comments and everyone's like, girl, this is me on FaceTime. Like, girl, this is my close friend story. Like a lot of people resonated
Yeah.
with her. So then I followed her immediately. She now has like, I think almost 300,000 followers.
Oh wow.
There's like other influencers, celebrities who follow her
Oh my
and like
gosh.
interact with her in the comments. She's just so pure-hearted
Aw.
and so genuine.
Yeah.
And makes like really good content. So
Uh-huh.
I love Corinna.
She's so cute. In the
She's
beginning,
so cute.
just like first impression when you see her, like, what
What is this? Yeah.
Everyone knows her now. All of my
Yes.
friends know who Corinna
Yes.
is.
Yeah, because Kristine always posts about her. But then at a certain point, you kind of get sucked in.
Yeah.
And then I remember like messaging Kristine, be like, okay, I don't know why, but she's so cute to
Yeah,
me. And
yeah.
Kristine's like, right? She's so, cute.
Yeah.
And like Kristine knows everything about her. She's like, these are her parents, and they like love her, and like
Yeah,
this is her
she-
friend who like posts about like whatever.
Uh-huh.
And now I'm like very invested in her too, and I
Yeah.
think she's so cute.
She's
Yeah.
an influencer
So,
now.
I have a group chat with my friends, and Hypen fans
Uh-huh.
are called engines.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Our group chat is called Coringians
Coringians.
I love it.
because we love Corinna.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's a good conchu, Kristine.
yeah, I love it.
I just thought of it right now.
Yeah, Corinna. There
Those
we
two
go.
are your obsessions.
They are
Yes.
currently. I
She's
don't know what, I mean, I was also thinking community goods, but like that's kind of
Oh yeah.
everyone
Community
knows about
group?
Yes.
Wait, talk about that a little bit. Community goods. 너 너무 말 안 했어.
I know. I'm shy.
Wait, community goods though. You live right near community
I
goods.
do live right near community goods.
It's a what
It's
is
a
it?
hot coffee shop
Mm-hmm.
in West Hollywood.
And who visited before?
Me.
All right, everybody. That's the end of our episode. Did you enjoy that episode? Kristine, did you have fun?
No.
I had fun earlier when we were talking about some of the crazy stories
You did? Good. I'm glad you had
because I
fun.
forgot about those stories.
Yeah. Please leave us a review at Honey Jam Podcast on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Kristine, do you want to drop some of your socials because
Yes.
you are an influencer?
No.
Okay. I think we mentioned it in the beginning though.
At
you
Kristine.
At
did.
Kristine.
Don't
She's
follow me unless you're gonna like my stuff because
Oh.
my engagement is so bad.
excellent.
Guys, follow her. She posts really good content. So
Aesthetic, celebrity interviews. It's all very, very interesting. So go ahead and like and follow her as well. And we will see you next time.
bye everyone.